of the things that I've been asked a few times online is to do with my FTP and the sessions that I do in and around threshold. So I thought I'd just give you a bit of an insight into a session where I'm testing, making sure that I'm doing the right intensity for me, and yeah, kind of take you through what I go through as I go through it. Today I'm going to be doing about 50 to 60 minutes worth of threshold, and it's going to be a bit of a build. I don't tend to like to do the start of the session quite as hard as the end, and that's because I find, especially at the start and with the longer reps, I tend to produce a little bit more lactic. So to kind of even that out, make sure that what's going on internally is correct for me, I tend to start a little bit easier, so maybe 20 watts below threshold, and then build it as close to threshold as I can. Especially on the earlier reps where they're a little bit longer. So today it's going to go 20 minutes, 2 by 10 minutes, and then 4 by 5 minutes, and see where we're at when I get there. The idea is to sit in and around my lactic threshold, which is for me around 3.5 millimole. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously I won't know until the end of the rep if that's correct. I have a pretty good gauge about what goes on week in, week out. First time I've been on the turbo in a while though, so getting used to that again, which is different from being outside. Outside you can give it a little bit more movement on the bike, rag it around a little bit, you've got more cooling, so you stay a bit colder, which allows you to push more power for the same effort. And yeah, inside, I've got the fan on, but it's not the same as getting the wind in your face. Already got a bit of sweat. So yeah, trying to stay a little bit cooler whilst I'm doing these sessions, and then yeah, trying to acclimatise to the heat in other sessions which aren't the hard muscular ones. Stay tuned and I'll let you have a little insight into whether or not it goes to plan, and what the powers are towards the back end of the session, and what you can consider my threshold or my FTP or my lactic turn point. So enjoy. Still showing 3.5, but my legs are fucked. Long session, very hard. So my lactics were 3.6, 3.5, 3.5 as I went up through the powers, but I haven't done a turbo session in a long time. It's been outside quite a lot, been racing quite a lot. It's coming to the back end of, I guess, my racing block. Done quite a few races, so Lanzarote, Marbella, San Marino and Staffordshire. So as you go through the race season, power and fitness tends to drop off a little bit. You do your best to maintain, obviously, but it doesn't always stay as high as it was at the start of the season. So from that session, I can probably deduce that I've lost a bit of power, but it could also be because of heat. It could have been how I designed the session. So I didn't have that much rest in between. It was kind of, the rest was still at 200 plus watts. So I probably should have just come off the gas a little bit more, allowed my legs to spin out a little bit, cool down. It's very hot. So yeah, I had to move the fan a little bit closer to me towards the end of the session. Yeah, it is what it is. I used the lactics to kind of just make sure that I was in the right remit, and it worked out well. So I didn't quite have the conditioning at the back end of that session to keep it going to the 60 minutes. I think I had to cut it slightly short. Cycling's not the priority right now, running's the priority, so got to keep moving, got to keep trotting along, And if my legs feel a little bit tired towards the back end of one of these sessions, so be it. I've got the physiology to kind of not have to want to push through that kind of pain. I can tend to produce quite a lot of lactic if I want to, so the priority is just getting through it, and if I have to start digging deep, it's probably not the right thing for me. So yeah, I'd say results of that, 3.5 is roughly my threshold, just slightly higher actually for that turn point that I was looking for. Everyone's different, but towards the back end that was about 375 watts. Obviously started a bit lower than that, so from normal testing it was about 385, so maybe lost 10 watts I guess for 5-minute reps. It is what it is, still okay, but not where it was.